So this is a relatively young Malaysian team where the youngest player is 16 years old and the oldest player is 25 years old. So they are mostly from school and college. 4 of the players are actually from secondary school. And the main challenge for them would be managing their schedule, and we have the first ball underway. Singapore wins the first sprint and they will now look to start their attack. So Singapore are playing a 4-1 attack with one player in the box, but it looks like there's a straight pass. Malaysia gain possession and will look to counter attack. There's a runner on the right flank and one down the middle. Pass down the middle and there's support by the Malaysians, but the ball is loose. Singapore regain possession and are now on the counter attack. Number 6 from Singapore sprinting. And she scores 1-0 to Singapore. Having conceded a goal, Malaysia will now restart the ball in the middle. Singapore look to be going for a fairly aggressive defense with 2 players chasing out, trying to force a bad pass. A third player has joined in. And Malaysia will do well not to pass into the blocking range of the pedals. There's a player free down the middle. The shot's taken and Malaysia win a corner. The youngest player in the Singapore team is 24 years of age and the oldest player is 39 years of age. So most of these players start mainly in Polytechnic and university. And they are training with 2 gym sessions and 2 water slots in a week. In the meantime, Malaysia will start the corner. That's a good pass and Malaysia has a pass into the zone. They take a shot, keeper blocks it. Singapore can now look to counter. Outlet pass down the flank. It's a great pass to number 4 from Singapore, who makes the final pass to her teammate who's already fouled the pitch, and it's 2-0 to Singapore. Malaysia now restart the attack. And it looks like the referee has waved play on, so maybe Greg, could you explain to us what just went on over there?
Yeah, there's some hesitation from the players, so they're indicating that they can continue playing forward. There's no deliberate or dangerous. It looked like some hesitation, although the ref has just given a number. Not sure if it was 8 as their final warning, so something deliberate's taken place. But a third goal for Singapore, winning easily at the moment. Malaysia look a bit nervous on the ball, to be honest, when they're going forward. They can clearly play a little bit, but as soon as they're under pressure, the nerves start to show.
So it looks like the defensive game plan for Singapore is working out well so far, with little pressure on the defense and forcing some errors from the Malaysian team. And again, we see the Malaysian team now just deliberating with the passing, and the press has begun by the Singapore player. And that's a loose ball by Malaysia, and number 7 from Singapore has regained possession, and the fast break is on for Singapore. And it's 4-0 to Singapore.
I think it's hard on Malaysia. You can see they're a fairly developing team, if that's the right word. And Singapore are using that. They know they can't attack much, so they're going for them early. And it's exploiting the weakness even more rather than sitting back and letting Malaysia come to them.
You are right, actually, Greg. So for the Malaysian team, they have barely played together for a year. Most of these senior women's team are made up of junior players, where the final team selection was conducted last month. So it's been a year of training camp for this relatively new team. Looks like the referee has given the foul. It's foul in the box for illegal holding. The foul will now be started in the 6-meter zone where the foul occurred. The referee is now positioning the Malaysian player to start the ball towards the left. It's a pass into the zone by Malaysia, and the shot is comfortably saved by the keeper, who immediately launches the ball forward for a counter-attack. There's help on the left flank. She takes the dribble and goes for the shot. 5-0 Singapore. It's great composure there by number 4. She looks as if she's going to make the pass before taking a shot.
It's a sign of the difference between the teams. The Singapore team are able to turn the play around very quick, and Malaysia are taking time to form up for anything, the attacks or the defence. That said, we all have to start from somewhere. They're doing okay, they just haven't got enough support off the ball. Like now, people are barely moving to give her a pass.
So in Canoe Polo, the paddle that the players are using are actually 2 meters in length. So as a rule of thumb for junior players, they generally try not to pass into the range of the paddle to avoid the pass being blocked. And that in turn has a positional requirement of where you should be when you support your teammate. In the meantime, Singapore have scored their 6th goal. And Malaysia will look to respond.
Unfortunately, one of the Malaysian players is out of the boat, so they're down to 4 and just removing the equipment from the pitch. There's no need for the game to stop completely because the player's a long way away, so they should continue at the moment.
Again, another stray pass by the Malaysian team. And we have number 6 on the fast break to score the 7th goal for Singapore. So Malaysia will now be down to 4 players until the player in the water has removed her equipment from the playing area. Once the player has her equipment back in the appropriate substitute line, the 5th player can then arrive. So just under about 1 minute left on the first half. It's a good tackle by the Singapore player, and the Malaysian player capsizes. Singapore has gained possession now. And Constance now will score the 8th goal for Singapore. And you can see some sportsmanship there by the Singapore team manager, just pulling the Malaysian player out of the water.
I don't think Malaysia are as bad as the scoreline suggests. They're not able to cope with Singapore turning the ball over. They need to support each other a bit more when, like now, number 8's got the ball, but where is the actual safe support? It's wasted, and this is where Singapore are getting the advantage. They're just turning the direction of play much quicker.
And just at the bottom of the screen, you can see a Singapore player going for a sprint. There is no question about the physicality which this Singapore ladies team is able to reach. And that's the end of the first half.
Okay, again, Singapore easily win the sprint, straight into an attack. The Malaysian player who sadly had to swim is back in and part of the squad again. 8-0. This could be quite a painful scoreline for Malaysia if they're not careful. They need to keep the positive play, otherwise they're going to get completely thumped in this one. You might start to hear the thunder. I think we're about to have a big storm here in Singapore. The rules for the game are if there's lightning, they need to clear the water, but just thunder and rain, we can continue at the moment. Singapore looking fairly urgent to get this game over with. It's goal number 9. Again, it's hard for developing teams. They look at the score at the end of the first half and they can either get beaten by an even higher score second half, or they can try and really restrict the number of goals, but they need to play a bit more positive than this. Malaysian ball. Singapore again, it's the same as the first half. The turning over of the play exposes the developing team, and an easy 10th goal. Might seem hard on those watching that don't know the sport, but goal difference later on in the competition can make an enormous difference. So there's no way Singapore are going to be kind in this game. They'll keep pushing the score.
Ong now scoring the 10th goal for Singapore after a little transition in play. 11th goal.
I think the refs are having quite an easy time on this. There's a few petty fouls, but none of it's malicious at all.
Binti Azra now passing the ball to a teammate, Binti Yaya. Under pressure from Ong, who then launches the ball forward for Chua.
Getting good turnover, easy run to goal. Shouldn't miss. Famous last words, but easily scored. Yeah, you can probably hear the sound effects now. The thunder is not added to the recording, it is real. Sheltering in a tent here, expecting to get wet any second. So it's a bit more positive from Malaysia, but then they grind to a halt and no movement again. But it's part of the learning curve. They're getting the ball moving a little bit, but there's 4 players almost stationary now. That's better. Now a chance if she's not looking for the shot at all.
A loose pass there, but well recovered by Binti Muzaffar. Then passes it to Binti Yaya. Back to a teammate Eng. It looks like the
shot clock turnover. So they had the ball for 60 seconds. Immediately positive play by Singapore and another goal. .4:35 to go, 13-0. This is Malaysia are keeping the ball a bit better now, but still a way to go.
Just as you said that, Liao has managed to steal the ball, and we have Chua now going for a shot to score the 14th goal for Singapore.
It's hard, even from the pitches you can see the speed the Malaysian players are moving compared to Singapore is a different speed entirely. Even for substitutes, the Singapore players are moving as fast as they can. It's natural for a developing team, but the movement needs to be improved across the whole team for Malaysia, and they know what they're trying to do, but there's not enough support. Once the first move like that breaks down, it's quickly turned over and away Singapore go again.
And again, Liao has stolen the ball and launched a long pass forward to a teammate Low. And immediately Low has gone for the press on the restart.
Oh, there's a chance here. Unlucky into corner, I think. Or was it a miss? Miss.
Shot's gone wide.
Oof.
And immediately launched forward by the goalkeeper to Low. Some confusion there. I think the referee has actually called for play to be restarted from the goal line.
Malaysia won't mind that with this scoreline. 15-0. They don't want it to get to 20.
There's a shot from inside the zone by Liao. A nice assist from her teammate Tan.
Thank you. But on the positive side, though, how good is it to see a Malaysia women's team? In the past few years, there's been senior men and under 21 men, and the women are clearly starting like this. They've got some of the basic moves, but not enough support and clean passes. But it will come. It takes time for every team.
That's a shot attempt by the Malaysian team. The rebound has been collected by Binti Muzaffar and Malaysia.
And it's a goal, number 7. I don't know the names.
Binti Muzaffar. Nice shot down the bottom corner.
Probably actually an obstruction on the keeper, but the refs have been very kind then. I don't think anyone is going to complain in this situation. 16-1, just over a minute to go.
Immediate response by the Singapore team. Quack has scored from inside the zone.
.25 seconds left.
There's a loose ball now, and Theo is quick to steal it. And Low will finish it while we're looking to assist her teammate Liao actually. And that's full time now on the game, with a score of 18-1.